If I had to select only one feature that makes my subscription worthwhile, hands down, it would be the automated editing of viral clips from my longer recordings. Seriously, that is the exact moment I stop wrestling with manual cuts and finally start publishing content with real, sustainable consistency. I find myself reaching for this specific tool every single day because it effortlessly transforms a long recording into snackable, platform-ready content lightning fast. So let's dive right into exactly how this incredibly useful workflow actually functions from start to finish. First, a quick note on setup so you don't get hung up on unnecessary hurdles. You absolutely must have an active account with the service we are discussing. While free trials are available to get you started, the real power tools and advanced features are definitely reserved for those who subscribe to the paid tiers. Uploading source material is surprisingly flexible, working seamlessly with your camera exports, recorded Zoom or Teams meetings, and even direct links from YouTube videos. The core magic relies heavily on robust transcripts and deep content analysis to pinpoint those truly golden, high-value moments within the footage. Because of this reliance on audio data, please ensure your initial video has reasonably clear sound quality for the absolute best possible clipping results. Thankfully, the automatic captioning feature is quite solid on its own, but genuinely clear audio always helps the system deliver more accurate clips. That's genuinely all the prerequisite setup required. There is no insane multi-day learning curve or need for an expensive dedicated editing workstation. If you have ever spent what felt like an entire day inside a heavyweight editor just to extract 3 usable clips, you are absolutely going to love this streamlined alternative. Now let me walk you through my most frequently used real-world scenario where this tool becomes completely indispensable for me. I often find myself needing content from a 90-minute webinar or a panel discussion that I simply could not attend live. Instead of spending precious time combing through the entire recording trying to locate the important parts, I just let the software do all the heavy lifting for me. I import the complete video file, click the big auto-edit button, and within just a few minutes, I receive a stack of short clips that are genuinely interesting. Vizard smartly scans the entire duration for key indicators like energy spikes, natural topic transitions, moments of laughter, and even audience applause cues. It then expertly combines that analytical data with built-in heuristics designed to prioritize clips matching optimal viral length and pacing standards. Look, I'm not trying to say this is actual magic, but for content creation, it is without a doubt the closest thing to actual magic I have ever personally used. When I open the finished job within the platform, the dashboard immediately presents a concise highlights reel, serving as a perfect TLDR montage. This initial montage is typically a perfectly digestible 60 to 90 seconds, showcasing the absolute best moments from the entire recording. From that overview, I can easily click into any of the individual suggested clips to investigate further or make minor adjustments. Every single generated clip comes complete with a smart title suggestion, recommended platform length targets like 15 or 30 seconds, and auto-generated captions ready to go. Furthermore, it even provides draft captions and relevant hashtags that you can quickly approve or modify before deployment. I have the option to preview everything, tweak the exact trim points, change the thumbnail image, and then confidently export the final asset. Alternatively, I can completely skip those manual steps and instruct Vizard to go ahead and publish the approved content automatically across all my channels. One of the most powerful aspects of this whole system is the way it intelligently finds crucial context within the recording without any input from me. For example, I recently sat in on a 2-hour vendor call discussing which learning management system we should choose for our upcoming training courses. I joined that important session late, meaning most of the critical introductory discussion and context had already taken place before my arrival. Instead of suffering through watching the whole 2 hours again, Vizard immediately furnished me with a summary and a perfect set of extracted clips. One of those clips was a crisp highlight of the vendor's system demonstration, showing off its key features. Another short highlight captured the exact moment where someone on our team raised a very specific, important question regarding the subscription pricing structure. It even provided a distinct 20-second clip perfectly illustrating the team's collective concerns surrounding complex custom integrations down the road. Crucially, every single one of these newly created clips provides a direct link back to the original transcript and the precise timestamp for instant verification. This capability single-handedly saved me hours of review time and delivered me ready-to-post social media content discussing the pros and cons of that build versus buy decision. Speaking of those detailed transcripts, the dedicated transcript view within the application is incredibly useful for deep dives. You can perform a quick keyword search, entering terms like security or integration, and immediately jump to every single instance they were mentioned in the recording. That targeted searching functionality is where this approach absolutely demolishes the traditional method of just doing blind, frustrating scrubbing along a video timeline. It also intelligently extracts and separates speaker segments, meaning you can isolate everything one person said throughout the entire session. If you need to pull just one person's specific quotes or reactions, Vizard will automatically compile all those relevant sections together for you. For any team that manages collaborative workflows, this ability to instantly see exactly who said what and when is an undeniable operational goldmine. Moving on to distribution, another truly killer part of the overall workflow is the integrated content calendar coupled with the automatic scheduling feature. After you've approved those clips, instead of manually visiting every platform to post them, you simply select a publishing cadence, like 3 short videos per week. The system will then intelligently queue up those videos, optimize the exact posting times based on analytics, and publish them according to your saved preferences. The main calendar view conveniently gives you a high-level overview of everything: what content is already scheduled, what has successfully been posted, and what remains in draft. Bulk editing capabilities are also present, so if you suddenly need to swap out captions across 5 clips or push one piece of content up in priority, it takes just a couple of quick clicks. Compared to the headache of juggling separate apps or trying to manage everything inside scattered spreadsheets, this unified system alone is a massive productivity multiplier. Now let me be completely honest and offer a direct comparison against some of the other prominent editing tools available on the market today. For instance, tools like Descript are absolutely amazing if your primary editing method is based entirely around the transcript text itself. Then you have applications like CapCut, which excel at providing users with really fantastic tools for manual creative polish on individual videos. And of course, the Adobe suite still grants you the deepest possible control if your project requires spending many focused days perfecting a single clip. But here is the crucial differentiating factor. Descript can become quite costly for multiple team members, and it still requires a significant amount of manual trimming work from you. CapCut is fantastic for individual creators obsessed with aesthetic polish, but it fundamentally lacks that unified scheduling and content calendar system we just discussed. Adobe, while powerful, is massive overkill for the daily needs of short-form social content and carries a very steep initial time investment to learn properly. Vizard positions itself sweetly right in the middle of these extremes. It fully automates the discovery of shareable moments and then lets you fine-tune, schedule, and publish without jumping between 5 different applications. In short, if your primary goals are speed, decent creative control, and integrated distribution, Vizard represents the simplest path forward for achieving all 3. I want to quickly highlight a few specific features that I personally utilize in my workflow almost every single time I open the application. First up are the viral clip presets, where you tell Vizard exactly which social platforms you are targeting, and it optimizes the output accordingly. Whether it's a vertical TikTok, an Instagram Reel, or a YouTube Short, each clip gets instantly resized, the captions reformatted, and a recommended length suggestion provided. Second, the caption and hashtag suggestions are a huge time saver, easily shaving off about 70% of the initial brainstorming effort, even if they aren't absolutely flawless. Thirdly, the speaker and topic tagging functionality is excellent because Vizard automatically groups the generated clips by theme, guest speaker, or specific moment. This grouping feature is a lifesaver when you want to batch create a series, like top 5 takeaways from this webinar, ensuring narrative consistency. For teams actively collaborating on content, the built-in features that mimic popular project management tools become incredibly important. You have the ability to add specific notes directly onto any clip, officially assign that task to a teammate, or formally request revisions on their work. If your social media team manages dozens of different shows or content series, this integrated, centralized workflow stops crucial items from constantly falling through the cracks. For those who prefer external systems, you always retain the option to export all your clip metadata to a CSV file for integration with your preferred project management software. Or conversely, you can choose to completely trust Vizard's robust internal calendar to handle all your scheduling and tracking needs autonomously. Here is one small neat trick I absolutely love that helps me personally sound much smarter in subsequent internal meetings. Imagine you unfortunately missed a crucial client call. Instead of asking for a full replay, you just ask the recorder to upload it to the tool. You then simply prompt the AI to pull out all the key decisions that were made and any concrete action items that were assigned during the discussion. It spits back a tidy, concise list, complete with the exact timestamps and suggested next steps, so you are instantly caught up. You can even take that information one step further and ask it to create a short, 30-second clip summarizing what was decided for sharing with stakeholders. This allows you to send a quick visual update saying, "Here is exactly what we agreed upon," rather than writing a very long, laborious follow-up email. Another significant, often underestimated benefit is the sheer psychological win you get from knowing your recordings can fuel content creation effortlessly. When you know a long session can automatically generate 10 pieces of necessary content without any manual labor, you are far more inclined to record more interviews and webinars in the first place. The entire content pipeline effectively becomes frictionless, and that frictionless pipeline is the actual, long-term strategic advantage you gain. You naturally end up producing more material, testing more distribution strategies, and learning what truly resonates with your audience much faster than before. I always follow a few practical pointers when I'm working with the system to ensure I maximize the quality of the final output. Always review the auto-generated captions closely, especially when the source audio quality was a bit lower, to ensure the final clip's text is perfectly clean. Utilize the topic grouping functionality to easily construct episodic content, maybe labeling clips as part 1, part 2, and so on, to maintain high audience retention. Schedule those episodic parts strategically over the course of a week or two to keep your audience actively engaged and coming back for the next installment. Also, never rely 100% on the automatically selected thumbnails. Sometimes simply swapping to a high-contrast still frame with a big, bold text overlay performs significantly better. To maintain full transparency, I do need to mention the limitations. If you require pixel-perfect color grading or cinematic-level audio mixing, Vizard won't replace a full post-production studio. Similarly, if your content relies on very subtle, nuanced edits or highly complex creative montage techniques, you will still be better served by having a dedicated human editor. However, for the massive majority of everyday creators and marketing teams needing to rapidly extract genuine value from long recordings, Vizard covers the essential 80% of the work with drastically less effort. To show you the complete end-to-end utilization, I recently uploaded a dense 2-hour product demo session and immediately hit that auto-edit function. I reviewed the 20 generated clips, approved 8 of them as high-quality assets, and then scheduled those 8 directly onto the content calendar. I set the final instruction so that the captions would auto-generate platform-optimized, attention-grabbing hooks for each specific channel. The payoff was immediate. Within 1 week, we had a steady, consistent drip of fresh content that drove noticeable view spikes and some genuinely unexpected audience engagement. People actively commented asking for deeper dives into certain topics, which naturally led to recording more segments, thus creating a self-making cycle of content. If you are currently sitting there wondering whether this specific tool is the right fit for your unique needs, you should ask yourself a few simple questions. First, do you currently have hours of long recordings sitting completely dusty and untouched on a hard drive or in the cloud? Second, do you desperately want to be able to post content consistently without having to actually turn yourself into a full-time video editor? Third, do you really want one single, unified place where you can review clips, make minor tweaks, and then schedule everything out without any confusion? If you answered a definitive yes to even just one of those 3 questions, I sincerely encourage you to give this Vizard tool a genuine try for yourself. The sheer amount of time savings you will immediately realize will almost certainly pay for the subscription cost if you place any real value on maintaining a consistent online presence. I could easily continue detailing creative examples all day long, because there are simply tons of clever ways to leverage Vizard across different media formats. For instance, you can transform entire hour-long podcasts into highly shareable, quote-based microclips for social distribution. You can efficiently extract powerful, expert soundbites from lengthy one-on-one interviews, focusing only on the key insights. It is perfect for chopping up dense academic lecture recordings into easily digestible micro-lessons that students can review later. And you can even repurpose slightly sensitive customer service calls or internal check-ins into powerful anonymized testimonial content for your marketing. But I will stop myself right there for now, giving you the necessary space and time to actually go out and try this automated tool for yourself immediately. If you found this detailed breakdown genuinely helpful for your content strategy, please drop a comment letting me know what kind of long video you currently have stacked up and waiting. Based on your input, whether it's a podcast, a webinar, a lecture, or whatever else, I will happily share some specific personalized recipes for how I would auto-edit that exact format. And finally, if you want to see more in-depth tutorials covering advanced caption hacks, thumbnail best practices, or powerful calendar scheduling strategies, just say the word, and I will create more videos on those topics. Thank you so much for watching, or perhaps for reading along with the transcript, and I sincerely hope to see you in the next video while you are busy making amazing content. Until then, keep creating, keep testing, and most importantly, happy content making.